Welcome back to Rock and Rattle Retreat. New intro. We're starting from the footer pour on this new intro. So we're building up from the ground. Well, below the ground, really. So we got our footers poured. If you're new to the channel, go back a ways and you'll see what we started with, which was basically this, trees. But you can see the area where we're doing it now. Now we got the walls up for the foundation. Now it's time to prep that basement floor and get the Crete heat boards up here. First, we got to deal with these holes. We got pipes through them now. This is the septic coming in, or septic going out. We're putting in hydraulic cement here. Follow the directions. It's 3 parts cement to 1 part water. And according to our contractor who got us this stuff, says mix it on where you're going to put it, because by the time you mix it in the shed and get it out here, it'll be hard. Wrong. I don't know what was wrong with our stuff, but you mix it up, and it's like runny, pancake batter, and you mix and you mix and mix, and it was 30 minutes at least of mixing, and we had to add some more of the hydraulic cement to get it to sort of form up, and it's still kind of sloppy here. We've already done the outside, and we've already done the water incoming, the incoming water from the well and the electrical. Sealed up that already. This is just the last one, and it's messy. Wear gloves. It'll mess your fingers up if you don't. And it was getting dark. So by the time it was setting up, it was getting dark, putting in this trowel here, trying to get it all nice and smoothed out a bit. Just get it in those cracks as good as you can. I don't know, maybe ours was old, I don't know. It's hard now, it's fine, but to mix it up was just like mix and mix and mix and mix. It was not something that set up real quick, which is what we had heard, to mix it quick, put it in, be done. No, this took forever. This one, I think. I'm going to take the rest of it outside. Okay, Crete heat boards. Package of 8 in each plastic bag. They're 2 foot by 4 foot with interlocking outer pieces. So when you put them down, they lock together. But we had to have them delivered to another address because they wouldn't deliver up on top of the mountain. So we had to go get them. This is the second trip. The first trip we filled up the trailer and put a bunch on top of the back of the truck and took them up. Luckily, we're not really that far away from our road, so there was no highway, no freeway. Top speed was like 30, 35. I don't even think it was 35. So get them all strapped up. Here we are at back up the shed. Stack them up. That was one portion of them, and then there's another portion of them over here. There's a lot of boards. I think there was 48 packages of 8 boards. This goes underneath the concrete. Your PEX goes on top of it. Basement, had to put in the drains. So we got all the pipe down into the drains already before any of this concrete was going on. dug it out, putting in the standpipes. Don't know exactly where to put the drain caps at the moment, so I'm cutting these standpipes tall. So we'll just cut them off when we get to it. That way we can put in that Crete heat foam board and be easier to put it in. Then we know where the standpipes go because they'll be standing up. This one used a laser, so it's sitting on the footer. So it's about 1.5 inches above the top of the concrete. And then we had actually 2 change requests from the wife of the owner. Yeah, and that's me, the owner. When we put the pipes in originally, underneath there for the drains, we put one there in for the drain for a sink in the basement, and one for a floor drain for the basement. And they're right next to each other. Decided to say, okay, the first one was take the drain for the sink and make it a drain for the floor. The next one was make the drain for the floor the drain for the sink. So we got some funky elbows going on just to get up flat here. And this stuff sets up way too fast. I gotta get this level, and I get it level. It don't look level, but I get it all level up. And then here is the pipe that goes in it. Getting it measured out so we can cut it, and it's gonna be above. I don't know why I'm gonna be so precise on this, because we gotta cut it off when we put the actual sink. Not the sink. Blech. The floor drain part on it. There you can see the sink drain on the wall back there. And on the left, that is what I was working on with the hydraulic cement. That is the septic pipe coming in. Get this all leveled up. So that one's up. And once you get them all leveled up, then you put the gravel back in the holes that you dug to find the pipe. And then I had contractor come in who's doing the floors. They came in, the crew came in and leveled up the floor in total for the final level so that we could put the Crete heat boards down. And in reality, I probably could have leveled up just as good as them, but they took a lot less time to do it. What happened when you get 4 guys in there with a laser level and it's like doop, 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 moving all that rock around and like, okay, done. It's like, crap, that's quick. I mean, we did a somewhat good job of leveling to start with, but they did the final level. After they get done that, I actually got a property owner up there that came in to talk to me to help me put in that part of the foam boards, and then the next morning I'm finishing it up. See the pieces that interlock there. Now this board has these little roundels on top of it. Besides, it's kind of a hard plastic on top of the foam. So it's basically a vapor barrier. And you interlock these things, and they kind of stick together. And then when you put the pecs down on top of this for the radiant floor, it sticks between those roundels with friction. We'll see that probably next time. In the meantime, I'm trying to put all this stuff down, get it ready. There's a lot of cutting, more cutting than I thought, and trying to get it all nice and perfectly set. Oh, yeah, like this. That tongue on that end was a little bit long for this one, this board, or I don't know what the heck's going on. There was a couple of them that just seemed to be a little long, so I just cut that little edge off. Because we're actually 2 inches below the footer. And then there's going to be 4 inches of concrete on top of this. There we go. So let's get moving, put these down, and then come to a drain. There's the drain I was working on. There that is. And then there's another one, board, so you got to cut that drain. Well, same drain, but the other side of the board cut out. Get it fitted. Nope, not quite enough. Cut a little bit more. Yeah, that plastic on top is kind of tough. There we go. And you can see the sink drain there on the left. The camera is actually sitting on top of the septic pipe. And the other corner down there, see the far side, that's where the water comes in from the well, and there's an electrical conduit for the well pump. 2 separate conduits. And then the last corner, last edge going in has to be all cut because it's like 2/3 of a board to fit in between the footer and the boards there. So basically I'm making snow with the skill saw. And then those pieces that I'm cutting off, I use for other places to fill in here and there. As you can see, I have places that are still wide open. The piers are definitely need to be wide open. So I fill in a little bit of that with the boards, and then I have 2 open spots where there's going to be 2 heavy pieces of stuff. One is over there near the door of the wood boiler, where that's going to be sitting. And then here is the outro, where we go, thanks for watching. You want to keep track of it, subscribe. Look at that green screen down there. It's really green when you're in that basement. You want to keep track of us, subscribe, give us a comment. Maybe you want to see something a little bit different. Let me know. Soon we're going to have all of this PEX in and hopefully concrete floors. And at some point in time, some of those other trees are going to come down there so we get a better view. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more.